30-day upgrade challenge. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we made it here. How do we feel? Are we excited? Are we exhausted? How do we feel? I feel really excited. I'm like grateful that we're at the day 30, but also I'm like, wow, like we really did that. Like that was a lot of fun. Like we put our foot in that. We're not done yet. We got to get through the day first, but I received a comment from one of you beautiful ladies. She is actually a part of Dream Life Academy. Love her so much. She gives so much to the community. Like just her presence, just the presence of the ladies in Dream Life Academy. They're really inspiring and elite. But she had left a comment on one of my YouTube videos and said, Nija, do you want to do like a reflection at the end of the challenge and maybe let us know how was it for you? What were your shifts? What was challenging? What do you feel like was really exciting? So I feel like I'm going to give us one more day in this challenge. I'm going to do it on Monday though. So today is Friday. And I'm going to do a reflection video so we can chat a little bit. Because honestly, I feel like I want to go back through the challenge and go back through the entire book and revisit the series and really do some introspection, you know, like what shifts really helped me the most? What shifts made me feel like I evolved the most? Did waking up early and journaling and having a goal, did those things really help me? So I am going to be doing a little bit of a reflection, and then we are starting our next series. I'm excited. I shared some video ideas with you guys in the last video at the end of that video. So yeah, we've got some new content coming to the channel now that the challenge is coming to an end. But we got to get through today first. So today is day number 30. We're ending it with a fun challenge, okay? Because you guys know this channel is all about creating your dream life. And so what makes me feel the most like I'm living my dream life is traveling, is going on vacation, is, you know, getting to see beautiful destinations. Like nothing says dream life to me like travel. And so today, for day number 30 of our 30-day upgrade challenge, our challenge is to plan your dream trip. Now you might already have a little bit of inspiration because yesterday on day 29, our challenge was to create your dream life bucket list, which was your top 10 things that you absolutely need to experience on earth in your lifetime. Like, this is what I came to earth to experience. This is top notch. This is best of the best. If God was giving me my dream life on a silver platter, you would see me doing X, Y, and Z. So that was the bucket list yesterday. It got our minds jogged about all the beautiful and luxurious and fun and exciting things that we want to do in our life. Now, if you had to pick just one of those things from that list, if you had to pick just one dream destination, just one place to travel, your very next destination that you'd like to go, where would you take yourself? Now, I want to explain to you guys the significance of travel and why I needed to add this into our challenge. Because in my life, I've seen the most shifts for myself when I've traveled, when I decided I am going to exercise my free will and go somewhere. Now, there have been opportunities where my friends have invited me to go places, and I'm so grateful that I got to have those opportunities, which again takes me back to challenge number 20. Let me see, one of these standards when we talk about not just being in community. You know, we didn't have a challenge regarding friends and like your relationships, but have being in proximity. No, that was it. Proximity is power. Join the community. Being in proximity to people who love to travel, who love to explore, who love to adventure is opening the door for you to have more travel and exploration and excitement in your life. When you are in alignment with friends and with partners who prioritize travel and prioritize living in luxury, prioritize taking trips, whether it's road trips or airplane trips, whatever the case may be, those are really juicy and delicious experiences. Those are top-notch experiences. And so saying all that to say, the best experiences that I've had in life are the ones, one, where I put myself in those experiences, and then two, where I've had really good friends invite me to places. Like, to, like, in the United States, I have a girlfriend who we always go to Tennessee together and we have the best time. We go glamping. She has a tiny home out there. We stay on a tiny home. We do events and conventions, and like we just have the best time. And I wouldn't be able to have those experiences without being in relationship with her. Like those are very unique type of experiences. I had a partner where we would always travel vacation. We like to go to Mexico, we like to go to the DR. That was really exciting and fun for us. I might not have had those exact experiences without being in partnership or relationship or knowing that particular person. So knowing the right people puts you in alignment with different type of opportunities, and of course, you want to put yourself in alignment with these opportunities as well. So today we are talking about how travel has changed and transformed my entire life, how I probably had even more of a spiritual awakening because of the fact that I have traveled, and just travel as a means of rampant evolution, like accelerating your growth through travel. Every time I've traveled, every time I get on an airplane, I feel like I am entering a time traveling thing. Like I know when I board the plane and I go from here to there, like I'm already different. I'm in a new location. The energy in the place is different. My thoughts are different. My mindset is different. Everything shifts for me when I go on trips, whether it's a far trip or a close trip. Now there is scientific data why this is. Did you guys know that different locations around the world, every different location has a different frequency and has a different energy? I don't know if you guys have ever pulled your chart. There's a chart called astrocartography, and it tells you the best places in the world for you to exist. So according to astrocartography, there is a line that tells you, you know, you might meet your dream partner if you go to Barcelona, right? Or you might start your dream business if you go to Bali, or you might meet your best friend if you go to wherever, or you might have a lot of hardship and turmoil or financial issues if you move to Iceland. You know, for example, all of this is trivial, and it's specific to you, but that is called astrocartography. If you know, your date of birth and your time of birth, and you put it into a generator, that generator can produce a chart for you that tells you the best places to travel according to your numerology and astrology and all that stuff, if you believe in that. But anyway, so I always found that very interesting. But yes, there's scientific evidence that says when you go to different places around the world, the energy is just different. I know you guys have heard, like, and I've gone to Arizona and I'm like, oh my gosh, this place feels so spiritual, right? I went to Sedona. I went on a road trip with my girlfriends and we stopped in Sedona. We went on a hike there, and just the energy there is just different. So if you go to different places around the world, the energy is different, which is why traveling is a really incredible upgrade. It's an incredible initiation. Travel is not easy. Traveling is very taxing on the body. It's very taxing on the mind. It's taking yourself out of your mundane, everyday routine and out of your comfort zone and throwing you into a completely new experience where you have to rely on yourself and your instincts. So you're developing self-trust and you're developing confidence and you're seeing the world and you're opening up your mind and your horizon. So it literally is just so good. It's just so good. Only amazing things have happened to me when I travel. Of course, I'll have like things where it's like I can't even, I know sometimes when I travel, something weird or strange or random might happen, but again, it just forces you to like have some perspective. Are you going to be grateful? Like, are you going to have a meltdown in this villa right now? Are you going to be grateful for where you are? So anyway, I brought a few items for this conversation today. We're about 9 minutes in, so I think now's a good time to bring out some items. So I have a little, you can call it an altar if you want to. It's just like a little place in my, like a little bar in my room where I have like plants, and I also have these pictures of myself. Now these are my top-notch pictures, right? These are pictures that I printed of myself where I felt like I was having the greatest time of my life. So these are from trips that I went to where I really and truly felt like I was creating my dream life. And I feel like because travel exists, I have something to aspire to when it comes to creating my dream life. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures. This is the first picture from my little nightstand altar thing. This picture is of me. I took this picture on my very first trip leaving the country by myself without my family. This is a picture of me in Bali, Indonesia. Now, this picture is so significant to me, so much so that I had to print it out because this is the very first time that I ever listened to my intuition and took myself out of the country. So you guys might not know why you're attracted to certain destinations around the world that you might be attracted to. But the truth is, you're attracted to them because there's some type of initiation or expansion or lifestyle shift that is going to happen for you as a result of you going to these places. So I don't know why on this magnificent morning on Instagram, when I was scrolling one day, that my intuition said, you need to go to this retreat. But for whatever reason, I decided that I'm going to align myself with this retreat and I'm going to put myself on this retreat. So this picture is the very first day of me being at the retreat, and I'm taking a picture of myself at the villa that I'm at, and I just remember being so happy. I remember seeing the greenery behind me. I remember thinking, oh my God, this is what my dream life is made out of. And I remember when I got to this retreat, the girl who was hosting the retreat, which ended up being one of my really good friends, which is really exciting and cool, she was passing out in our goodie bags, there were these bikinis that said always on vacay. So that's why this picture is just so significant to me. It represents me saying yes to my dream self, saying yes to my dream life, listening to my intuition, putting myself where I want to be. I remember I expanded so much because of this trip. This trip changed the trajectory of my life because I had no idea that people were getting paid to host retreats and to be brand owners and influencers, and people were getting free dinners because they took pictures on Instagram. And like, it literally cracked my world open. So this retreat was so significant to me, and yeah, that's why this picture is so significant to me. So I'm gonna do a video when I like reshare some of these stories because they're just really so juicy, so symbolic. Okay, so that's one thing. So here's another picture from that same exact retreat. This is me in Bali, Indonesia. I believe I'm in Uluwatu Beach, I think. But yeah, I'm just going based off of like the background. They have these giant, beautiful cliffs and rocks, and it's just so beautiful. And I remember, so the retreat host had taken us to this beach, and I remember just sitting down by myself out there while everybody's just out in the water having a great time, and I'm just looking around, and I'm like, oh my God, I am 3,000 miles away from home on this random beach with complete strangers. Even though I did camp, I invited one of my girlfriends and she ended up joining the retreat, so I wasn't completely by myself. But it was just like a really bizarre and crazy experience. I see James is in the chat. Hi James, welcome. James said, finally, it's day 30. Now I can go back to being lazy again. James, don't go back to being lazy. You want to hold on to these upgrades and these shifts. But I'm so happy that you joined us for the 30 day at the very last day. Just sharing some stories about traveling and why you need to travel and plan your dream trip, James. So maybe write in the chat, James, where's your dream trip? Where would you love to go? Where would you go? Let me know. So I remember sitting on the beach and I'm looking around, and it was the very first time that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I am in Indonesia, 3,000 miles away from home, in this place I've never heard of before. The only reason that I know that this place exists is because my favorite movie is Eat, Pray, Love. And in the movie, Julia Roberts goes to Bali, Indonesia, and she meets the next love of her life there. And so, something about this place just always seemed very romantic and just like tropical and beautiful. And for whatever reason, my intuition said, you need to go there. You need to be there. Now, if you can imagine, of all the places that I would take myself for my very first trip outside of the country without my family, like a safe bet would be, go to Mexico, go to Cancun. That's where all the college students go, right? Or go to Europe, go to London. That's safe, right? But my intuition said, no, I need to be on that random ass island in the middle of nowhere. Take me there. And I had to just trust my intuition. And that's what I did. And that's where I went. And it ended up being the most incredible experience of my life because putting myself in alignment with where I wanted to be, put myself in alignment with my dream people. As a result of this, I ended up getting to become an influencer's personal assistant. I ended up getting to go on influencer trips with this influencer. She hosted other retreats around the world, and she would invite me and ask if I wanted to go. I didn't make it to other places with her, except for New York City, which was really fun in itself as well. But it just literally opened the door to so many crazy new opportunities for me. And so, yeah, that was my trip to Bali. That's why that trip will always be so special. That place will always be so special to me. I need to pull my astrocartography to see why Bali is such a special place for me. But Bali is a special place for a lot of people. It's an incredibly spiritual place. And a lot of people who are, spiritual people gravitate towards Bali. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up there. He said, I'm just playing, but yeah, I would love to go somewhere without any troubles, a place where I don't have to worry. Where would you go, James? Would you go on do you like beaches? Do you like mountains? Do you like road trips? Do you like to travel via plane? And if you are watching the replay, if you're watching us live right now, answer the question for yourself. If you could go on your dream trip, what does your dream trip look like? Does it look like taking a cruise? Does it look like literally going to the city over? Do you want a staycation? Like, do you, like to be home? And you're like, you know what? Going on a trip would actually just give me way too much anxiety. I'm happy at home. How do you feel about planning your dream trip? Let us know. Honestly, I think for me personally, I'm a beach kind of girl. I want the tropical vibes. I want to go somewhere with palm trees and blue water and coconut drinks to drink out of. So that's my vibe. Also, that's my brand vibe. Like, I'm really into like banana leaves and stuff like that. Like, villa life, hashtag I'm in. So yeah, I think that's what my dream life consists of. Okay, I have one more picture to show you guys because I was doing a little show and tell of my favorite trips that I've ever been on, and I print them and I save them. So I literally, do you guys want to know why I printed these pictures of myself at these trips that I went to? James said, that's all where you want to go, just the beach? Well, I mean, I live at the beach, James. I live in Virginia Beach. I'm only about 18 to 20 minutes away from the beach. So I guess not just a beach. I will tell you, I'm planning my next retreat, my first ever retreat, and I think I want it to be in Tulum. I want to invite the ladies there. I would love to do it this year on my birthday, but you guys know what? I'm really having to stretch myself and force myself to do hard things. And for whatever reason, the retreat is just like top notch, like me living my dream life. And in my head, I just think it's this big thing, and it's really not. Like, if I just book an Airbnb and invite a few of the ladies who watch my channel to come, like, it's not that deep, but we make things deep in our head. Okay, anyway, the reason why these pictures are so important to me, and the reason why I printed out these pictures, is because sometimes I have hard days. Sometimes I have emotionally turbulent days, as we all do, right? Sometimes I feel very sad and down and disappointed that I'm not where I want to be yet. And so when I printed out these pictures, I think I was having a hard day, and I was like, but Nija, you've done so many incredible cool things in your life. Like, you've graduated college, you've made a lot of cool friends, you've traveled to a lot of cool places around the world. So I printed out these pictures, and I was like, I'm not going to let myself feel down. I'm going to remind myself how grateful and how blessed I am and all the cool things that I've gotten to do. And so I printed these pictures out and put them in really cool frames to remind myself, like, I have done some really awesome stuff in my life, and I'm so proud of myself for it. And I'm so proud that I allowed my intuition to take me here. So that's why I printed these pictures, and that's why they're so important and valuable to me. Now, I have one more picture to show you guys, one last little story time, and this picture is also very special to me, and it also represents some traveling that I did. And hopefully I'm inspiring you guys to plan your next trip too, and hopefully I'm inspiring you guys to understand the value of travel and why it's so juicy and delicious, and why travel is, I don't want to say essential for creating your dream life, but if you want to create your dream life, definitely travel somewhere. Okay, this is the last picture from my little altar. I'm going to explain to you guys why this picture is so significant to me and why I love it so much. So this picture is from a road trip that I actually took with my girlfriends. And actually the vlog for the road trip is on this YouTube channel. So lucky for you guys, you get to check out the vlog. But I went on a cross-country road trip from Virginia to Los Angeles, California with my girlfriends. And this was such an amazing, special trip for me for so many reasons, but I'm going to tell you guys the highlights. First things first, this is when I became friends with my girlfriend, Tiffany. I became friends with her through my other really good friend, Jasmine. Um, and we are just like such a fun group of girls because we're all into content creation. We all make YouTube videos, or Tiffany makes music. Jasmine made YouTube videos, and she's like a serial entrepreneur. You guys probably know her. Her name is Let's Jazz It Up on TikTok. She has a really incredible journal business. And so I just love hanging out with these girls. I love hanging out with these girls. Like literally, I love hanging out with them so much. Every time we hang out, it's a great time. Every time we hang out, we're making content, and that's just like, it's just so much fun to be with them. So Tiffany actually got a job opportunity in Los Angeles, California, and she was uprooting every single thing, moving from Virginia to Los Angeles. And she said, you know, why don't we do a road trip? Because I need to bring my car and a few items over to LA instead of like having them bring it over by boat and let that take a million years. Let's just do a cross country road trip. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. Count me in. Let's go. And so on this road trip, we did a few different stops. It was just the best trip ever. We went to Tennessee to pick up Jasmine. Then we went to Oklahoma. We visited a friend there. We went to Arizona. That's when I went to Sedona. All of this is vlogged. You guys can watch all of this on my channel. And then after we left Arizona, we went to California. We made it to LA. Oh my God. I even have a vlog of us in LA. That trip. Oh my God. I'm about to watch that vlog after I get off this live so I can remember, because it was just such a special trip. I really felt like I was living my dream to be walking around LA with my girlfriends. We're all like dressed so cute, going to fun restaurants, and Tiffany is apartment shopping, so we're like looking at all the coolest places to live in LA, and like it was just such a vibe. Now let me tell you what made this trip a 10 out of 10 for me. Like if it was not already a 10, and it absolutely was a 10. What made it even better is I had two coaching clients that actually live in LA, and I got to meet them for the first time. These are ladies that I have coached for a couple of years, and they split first to New York, and then they moved to California, and had never met them in real life, had just been coaching them over Zoom calls and FaceTime calls for a couple of years, right? And then I finally get to meet them in LA. And so I have a coaching session with one of them. We go to this real luxurious, cute, like restaurant lounge type of thing. And I'm like coaching her. She like books me for a session right then and there. I'm coaching her. We're buying food. We're drinking champagne. It's just the most luxurious experience. And she actually took this picture of me while we were there at that lounge. She took it. And in this picture, I know it's a little bit fuzzy, but I am holding a champagne flute, and I'm dressed pretty cute. My makeup's done, hair's cute. And this picture means so much to me. One, because my client took it of me. Two, because I just felt so in alignment. Like dream career, check. Coaching my dream clients, check. In my dream location, check. Luxurious dining, check. Like literally all the boxes were checked for me, and this trip literally exceeded my expectations, like 10 out of 10. If I could just replay this trip again and again and again in my mind forever, it would just be the most amazing thing ever. So this trip meant so much to me, and this picture means so much to me, and these experiences mean so much to me. And I'm telling you guys that this is what is on the other side of you saying yes to planning your dream trip. I can't speak. I'm sorry. I saw Kenny is in the chat. Hi Kenny, how are you? And I wanted to say trip, but I kept saying chip. Anyway, so yes, okay, so that is that. That is why I want you guys to plan your dream trip. And I have one more thing for you guys. James says, some would hear all of this and get a little jealous of you. Ooh, let's talk about that, James, because I completely understand. And I'm going to tell you why I understand. And this is so good. I'm so happy that you brought this up, James, because I want us to transmute this. It's so good. It's so good. Kenny said he's so good. Okay, so good. So happy that you're here. Okay, James, I'm so happy that you said that. Because I used to feel the same exact way. But let me tell you what jealousy really is. When we're jealous of people, when we're ever jealous of anybody at all, it's because deep down we know that we are meant to have that experience that we're witnessing that person have, and we want it. Deep down in our soul, we're like, I want to have that. I want to experience that. I should be doing that. I want to be there. So it really is nothing personal about that person, right? I could tell you all of that and someone could say, you know what? I'm jealous. I'm envious. I don't like that you had that experience. But the only reason that they feel that way is because deep down they know they're meant to have a similar experience. And so we've got to transmute jealousy into just simply knowing that this is my body giving me awareness that this is what I want too. You never have to be jealous of somebody ever again when you realize that you are just collecting data. When you feel jealous, when you feel envious, you're like, why them and not me? Deep down, it's just your soul saying, you know what? I believe I'm worthy of that experience too. And I don't know why they got to have it. I'm blessed that they got, or, good for them that they got to have it. I'm blessed to get to view them getting to enjoy that thing that they love so much. Why? Because they have awakened the awareness within me that that's for me, right? Like when you're on social media and like you see somebody who's in love and they're posting their boyfriend, they're posting their girlfriend, they're posting their dream vacation together, they're posting whatever they're posting about their relationship. And then we feel some type of way, right? We're like, why are they so happy? Why do they get to travel together? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? We feel jealous because deep down it's highlighting this is what I want, right? And so now that you know this, you never have to be jealous of anything or anyone ever again. And it's such a relief. It's such a weight lifted off your shoulders. But I get it because sometimes I will see some of my friends, I'll be scrolling on Instagram or, wherever, and I will see my friends, or I'll be like, text my friends, like, hey, how are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. Where you been at? And they're like, oh, I just came back from Japan with my boyfriend. Or, oh, I just came back from Tulum. I just came back from Paris. And I'm like, oh my God, that is freaking incredible. And maybe for a second, I might say, dang, like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, dang, I want to go to Paris. Dang, I want to go to Barcelona. Dang, I want to go to Brazil. But it's no shade to them. I don't hate my friends because they're doing amazing and incredible things. I want them to do amazing and incredible things. I love that my friends do amazing and incredible things because that means we're in alignment. If my friend is taking a trip to Japan with her man, guess what? That means I can do it too. If my friend is going on a solo trip to Brazil, guess what? I get excited. Why? Because that means I can do it too. If my friend gets hired to work at this incredible big network and gets to uproot her entire life, move cross country and live her dream life, I'm so freaking inspired. Why? Because I'm in proximity with her. Okay, if success is in your neighborhood, that means that it could be getting to you next door, but guess what? You're going to be blocking your blessings and closing the door to those opportunities because you become jealous, right? The frequency of jealousy is the frequency of unworthiness. Saying I'm jealous because I don't really believe that I'm worthy of having it. Because if you did believe that you were worthy of having it, you wouldn't get jealous. You would get excited because life is only showing you how good it can be. And it's a permission slip, an opportunity for you to say, you know what? I think I'll have that too. I think I'll do that too. I think I'll experience that as well. So I'm so happy you brought that up, James. That is incredible. So happy that you brought that up. Let me see. Kenny said, I don't want to kill the mood, but there's a problem someone told me. Sorry, wait, the chat's moving really fast. I think I might. Ooh, Kenny. Yeah, that one is a little bit heavy, Kenny. That one is a little bit heavy. It's actually sad. I'm on a fast. It's been 2 days now without food. I'm trying to go for at least 3 days and pray. Oh, well, that's really good. Yeah, Kenny, that is a little bit heavy. He said, but how's your day though? Kenny, why would you drop that on us and be like, yeah, but anyway, how's your day? That was a little bit serious. Everybody who is watching this video, if you could just say a quick prayer for our friend Kenny, that he is well in his mind and in his body and in his soul, and that he will be at peace and that he will be okay. If you guys will just You know, send a little light to our friend Kenny. Send a little light to our friend Kenny. James says, I'm sorry, Kenny. Why are you telling us this? No, maybe he thought it was a safe place to share. I have been told that these just feel like safe places. So it's all good. It is all good, Kenny. But we do want you to be okay, Kenny. We really do. We really, really, really do. We really, really, really do. Um, but yeah, I think that that's the gist. We're about 30 minutes in now, and I don't like to make these videos too long, but you know what? 30 minutes in, day 30, I think it's all in alignment. That's what I wanted to tell you guys about traveling the world. Um, he said, yeah, I'm just open with people. Okay, well, I'm happy that you felt like this was a safe place to share, Kenny. I really am. I'm grateful. I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful for your comments, because I see you in the comments sometimes. So welcome. You're welcome here. Um, but yeah, okay, I didn't even read from the book at all today, guys, but you guys get the gist, right? I want you to plan your dream trip. I'll read the challenge just for the sake of doing it right. Day 30, let's do it right. Let's tie this up with a bow. Challenge. This is a reward challenge for all your hard work over the past 30 days. It's time to tap into your big vision energy. Today, you're going to plan a trip that excites your soul. Even if you can't go tomorrow, even if you can't go tomorrow, you're getting into the vibration of adventure, luxury, and freedom. This is manifestation in motion. Okay, so I have to highlight that. A lot of people might not do day 30's exercise of planning your dream trip because you're like, I don't have the money to go, so I'm not going to do this. I don't, like, I'm never going to have a day off of work, so I'm not going to do this. There's no point. I'm never going to really go there, so I'm not going to do this. The fact that you have that mindset is highlighting the belief that you don't truly believe that you are worthy and deserving of going wherever you want to on this planet, and you absolutely are. All you have to do is put yourself there. And it starts with giving yourself permission to be there. And you do that first in your mind and in your heart by saying yes. Let me tell you guys this, since we're on this conversation about planning your dream trip and not having the money to get there. When you say yes, the universe conspires in your favor. If you stay on the fence, the universe says you haven't decided. We are not going to be manifesting or dropping any type of funds on your lap to prepare you for this because you haven't even said yes. When you say yes, and it's a clear yes, you're clear in your yes, and there's no going back, meaning that whatever has to happen for you to make it to the destination, that's what's going to have to happen. When it is a clear yes, even before the resources appear, when it's a clear yes, you give permission to the resources to appear. When it's a clear yes, when you say yes to the trip, even when you don't have the money yet, the resources, you give permission to the resources to appear. This goes for anything in your life, right? Like, when the reason why you have not is because you ask not, right? That's a biblical principle, right? When you start asking for the things that you want, that's when your desires get to be fulfilled. Until you start making requests, you're not really being intentional about what you want. Therefore, you just get what you get. If with the moment you decide to start being intentional, to start say, yes, I will have this, yes, I am worthy of this, yes, I say yes to whatever the desire is, whether it's going on the retreat, whether it's going on the trip with the friends, whatever the case may be, the universe conspires in your favor when it's in alignment for your evolution and growth. When I tell the story about me going to Bali, Indonesia, guys, I was like a 19, 20-year-old college student, okay? I didn't have a real job. I was in college. How did I even have the money to go on this retreat? I had just enough money on my credit card to pay for the deposit. And I said, if I can just pay for the deposit, if I can just secure my spot, I will do whatever I need to do to come up with the rest of the money to make the payments and secure my spot on this trip. But if I can just pay the deposit, I'm locked in, I've got to commit. And that was me saying yes, right? So sometimes you don't have the money for absolutely everything that you want to do, right? Like, deep down, you know you want to go to a particular school, you want to get particular type of education. You know deep down you don't have the $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 it takes to go to that school, right? But it doesn't matter, because when you say yes, opportunities start opening up and conspiring. When you say yes, your mind starts to create new neural pathways that didn't currently exist to help you to bring yourself to that solution or to that destination. Why? Because our mind is a supercomputer. That's just what it does. As soon as you say, this is what I'm going to do, the mind instantly jumps into action. Okay, I don't see the pathway yet to get us there. It currently seems impossible. What do we need to do? What path? What path? Computing. Your mind is constantly crunching numbers. But until you give yourself permission, until you say, yes, this is possible, yes, I will have this, your mind is not trying to figure out how to make it happen. Give you an example. Let's say like you really need to pay this bill. And today is the day that you need to pay it, or something's getting shut off, right? For as long as you needed to pay this bill, you weren't trying to figure out how to make it happen. But on the due day, when they say, you know what, we're turning off the power today, so give us our money or we're turning off the power. Now, instantly, your mind is like, okay, what are the options? What are the ways? 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 It is literally trying to create neural pathways to the solution. Why? Because that's what our mind is naturally wired to do. If you give yourself a problem, your mind is naturally wired to find the solution. And so that happens with serious things, that happens with trivial things, it happens in every aspect of your life. If you give yourself the problem, your mind is instantly trying to find the solution, even if it's happening subconsciously, even if it's happening in the background, even if you're not actively and attentively aware of the fact that your mind is looking for solutions. It is. And so if you just say yes, if you just give yourself permission to do the thing that you want to do, allow your mind to work. Your mind is going to work better when you give it permission to work. Meaning saying yes to the thing that you want, saying yes to your desire, saying yes to your intuition, and allowing your mind to do what it does. Work. All right, guys. So that's my story for today. These are my pictures. These pictures mean so much to me. Traveling is everything. We're gonna be hosting some retreats on this platform, so that's why this conversation just hits so close to home for me. I've really enjoyed this challenge. I think over the weekend I'm gonna go back and reflect over the days, and just like see if there's anything that I want to go back and retouch. I'm actually thinking about continuing the challenge for 30 days. I'm not going to be going live about my continuation, but just because I really want to seal in these habits, I think we've gotten some really good habits down, and I just want to keep doing them. So, yeah, guys, my name is Nija Sym. I help awaken women create their dream life through manifestation and mindset. And I want you guys to join Dream Life Academy. If you have fun on these live streams, if you have fun hanging out with me, you will absolutely have fun in our private membership, Dream Life Academy. It is hosted on the school platform. It is full of awakened women on a mission to create their dream life. Let me just tell you, usually when the women find me is when they're going through some type of breakup, some type of heartbreak, and they are like, you know what, I need to get my mind right, I need to get focused, I'm going to focus on myself, I'm going to focus on my dreams, what do I need to do? And then I tell the girls what they need to do. I say, you know what, you're probably going to be happier if you create a personal brand, because the personal brand is the vehicle to your dream life, meaning that you'll be able to create the money of your dreams by having the personal brand and create the offers of your dreams by having the personal brand. Most women are miserable because they are going to jobs that they hate. Actually, most people are miserable. I won't even say just women, but I know it's especially important and it hits home for women, especially because like we want to be in our feminine energy. We want to be in our feminine play. We don't want to live a miserable life. And so in Dream Life Academy, I teach the women how to monetize doing what they love, because you need money to create your dream life, right? We're talking about going to Bali, going to Barcelona, going to Los Angeles. You need money to go to all these places. And for a lot of people, the reason why they're not creating their dream life is because of money. And so let's not let that be an issue. Let's just not let that be an issue. If you're an awakened woman, money should never be your issue. Why? Because you create solutions. You can create whatever you want. You can turn yourself into an ATM. You turn your mind into an ATM. How do you turn your mind into an ATM? By creating offers that solve problems. And that is the conversation that we have in Dream Life Academy. Okay, so I want you guys to be a part of it, be a part of the movement, be a part of the Dream Life community, and check out Dream Life Academy. The link is going to be in the description box below. All right, guys, that was 30 days of upgrades. I think we'll be back for one more video of me telling you guys what the experience has been like. I accidentally deleted day 19, so if you see me re-uploading day 19, that is why. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys on Monday. I love you. Bye.